This is early morning in Cowra, the central west of New South Wales in Australia. And it looks so peaceful because it's just after 8 o'clock in the morning in a typical country town, a fairly large population centre in this part of the world. It's got a population of about 10,000 people. And around it is so scenic because it's undulating countryside everywhere you look. So peaceful, serene. And yet 72 years ago, in this month, August, there was a huge breakout from the prisoner of war camp not far from here, just out of town. It was in excess of 1,000 Japanese prisoners of war, and they were mounting a suicide attack on their guards.
Well, it was a dark part of Cowra's history. It was the night, and it was night, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning actually, just before 2 a.m. on the 5th of August 1944 that the Japanese breakout occurred. By breakout we mean that there was over 1,000 Japanese prisoners of war armed with makeshift weapons who launched an attack, a suicidal attack they couldn't possibly win, against the guards who were on duty here on that particular night. And of course, most of the Japanese were eventually killed, rounded up, some got away but not too far, and unfortunately 4 Australian soldiers died too. So that was the breakout, and this is where it all happened.
So now we're picking up on the story of the Cowra migrant camp, which actually was the site of the Cowra military camp between 1940 and 1945, and then they decided this would be where they would bring the migrants from Europe and settle them for either a temporary period of time or in fact a more permanent time until they found the appropriate accommodation which they would consider their new home in Australia. And this is the site. It's one which Mario is very familiar with. My friend Mario Superina was here in 1951 at the tender age of 14. He just arrived in Australia, came up from Victoria to Cowra before moving on to Greta. But here he is, and he's looking over the former site, which stretched from this point right across to what they call Sydney Road, which is part of the Mid-Western Highway. And you've had a look in the Historical Museum and the Historical Society records. No record of the Superinas living here, but you're only here for a month in August of 1951, is that right?
That's correct.
Is it as they say, it was really, in winter time when you were here, pretty cold inside that hut?
Pretty cold. It was the same time as we are here today.
But you remember the canteen?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, because there are photographs in the Historical Society office there, but there wasn't too much that you could relate to because it covered a long period of time.
I remember the river, the old river.
The Lachlan River?
The Lachlan River, yes. And I remember that there was no bridge across it.
Well, we actually saw the low-level bridge and you remembered it.
Yes, I did. Right next to the school.
But you seem to have walked a fair way, even from the outer boundaries of this camp as it existed. It seems that you walked a fair way to school.
Well, to be honest, I can't remember, but it was a fair way.
Yeah, from the hut, and it would have been wonderful to see the views here because around Cowra is very scenic with the hills all around. But at the same time, it was winter, so walking to school.
Not nice.
But we saw a photograph, which I got a shot of your old school, because you're in the high school, not the primary school, next to the Catholic Church.
Yes, we went to the Catholic Ladies' Catholic Church, and I was there for the I of course couldn't speak any English, just arrived in, and I didn't do much for 1 month that I was there.
Did it bring back memories to be in this area again?
Yes, I can vividly always remember that the bridge just standing, because now they've got a beautiful one going right across it.
The high level, yeah.
The high level one. Yes, it was a good look coming back and looking back at this.
Yeah. Did you, in that 1 month, make any friends in the camp?
Well, I suppose I did vividly, but I cannot be, to be honest, I cannot remember going back that far.
Well, you wouldn't remember names from that
No,
time,
I
right?
remember that the local ladies in school were very, very friendly.
Trust you. Now, what about cricket? Do you remember playing cricket here?
Oh, cricket. No, I didn't know what cricket was.
Did you play cricket here in
No.
Cowra?
We just kicked around the ball with the local boys in
You
there.
kicked around a cricket ball?
No, we kicked around the soccer ball.
Okay, that's better. Because that's what you're familiar with, yes.
We came from Italy, remember?
Yeah. And what else? I mean, are you surprised at just how scenic it is driving in? I know you were
Yes,
oohing and ahhing about the hills.
It's very green. It's beautifully clean kept and good vividly. Of course, we were in here for 1 month and then back to Greta.
And the people were very friendly here to us, weren't they?
Yes, they got out their way to be friendly.
And they're very dedicated, enthusiastic people in the Historical Society regarding the migrant camp, because there are migrants at different periods from all parts of Europe.
There seemed to be a bit of a doubtfulness as to where is what and how, but we managed with the help of the people in the office to come to a conclusion.
To finally locate where you actually were with that hut.
It's not as easy as it seems to be.
No, because it's all either turned over to pasture land or into a housing subdivision.
Yes, well, everybody wants to build and grow.
Yeah. But it's been an interesting journey, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Very interesting. Coming back here after all these years.
Yes, all those years ago, and the camp really stretched right across this pasture land here. So Mario, what's your lasting thoughts as we leave Cowra at what you've seen here?
It was good to come to see it, and it was pleasant all these years thinking about it. Now, of course, I can put an end to this old dream of mine of seeing Cowra.